Hi guys, it's me, Lana. Today we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give an editorial on putting a backing on a canvas and tell you the reason why we do that. Today I'm going to show you two canvases. This is an old canvas that I did. It's of a bath. And on the back, as you can see, there's paint here that I don't want there. It looks pretty bad. And on the other side as well. And then I've got this 11 by 14 canvas here. And on the back, I went ahead and painted around here in black. I used black acrylic paint. You could use white acrylic paint if you want, but I used black. So the reason for putting a backing on a canvas is because you don't want whoever's going to receive this camera to look at, oh my gosh, there's extra paint in the back, that looks awful. I don't like that, and it's very important to make sure your canvas is nice and clean, especially when you're selling your canvases. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and paint here, but before I do, I want to tell you about what I have here that we're going to be working with. I work with a cloth that you can't really see because I'm just one person here, that I put down to protect the canvas I'm working on. I'll put the canvas on the cloth face down. And what I'll do, we have some Scotch tape. It's two-sided. You've got tape on both sides. We've got some brown tape. It's packaging tape. You can get it at the post office if you want to, or order from Walmart. And then there's some blue framing tape. We got that. We have a number 2 pencil, a pair of scissors, a paintbrush of my choice, and some acrylic apple barrel white paint. We also have hangers. I use these hangers with wire for the larger canvases, 11 by 14 or greater, because it holds stronger heavyweight canvases. And these are Stallfuse hangers. I use these for, the smaller canvases. It looks a lot better that way. And then I have some roll of brown paper. You get it, like I said, at the post office or order from Walmart like I did. What I'm going to do is first, with my small canvas and my blue framing tape, I'm going to cut enough tape to go around the circumference of my frame. And I'll do that with my scissors. La, la, la. You guys having a good time out there today? Here in D-Land, Florida, it is so hot. I thought we'd just stay inside and do some crafts or something. So I'm going to do 4 strips of tape for my canvas. And when I put it on my canvas, if there's extra tape, all I do is cut it off. It's always fun to do things like this, especially like on rainy days and rainy days. Okay, so I'm going to cut my strips. So I'm going to put my tape on. Oh, hi, honey. Yeah, you can hold the camera for me. Thank you. That's my husband, David. Everybody say hi, David.
Hello.
Okay, so that's one side. Normally I would do the longer sides first so it doesn't overlap, but I guess it doesn't really matter because you're going to be taping all sides anyway. We're going to make sure to cover all sides so you don't get paint anywhere else but the area that you're painting. La 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 la. Okay, so here we have tape on this side, this side, this side, and this side. And we're going to take our apple. Where are you? I'm going to find out where David is. Hold on. Got to take our apple barrel, white paint, and our brush. And we're going to just paint around the circumference of the canvas. Sometimes you might have to let it dry and go over it a second time because on this one here I put my name on it, and when it dries it looks like it's going to show through, so I'm going to wind up putting a second coat on this. And then we're going to turn it over here. Yeah, if you get it on the wood, it's okay. Because you're going to be covering it up with the brown paper anyways. I was thinking about making some chicken tacos tonight. Sounds pretty good. And yeah, it looks here like we're going to have to do 2 coats. So I'm going to just do this once and let it dry and come back and do another coat. You want to make sure you cover everything that you can on the canvas. And it looks really good once it dries. Outside for now. And we're just going to let that dry. And with this one here, I'll just come back and make another video to show you how we put our backing on this one because I have to repaint it and then let it dry, and that takes a long time sometimes to dry. But let me show you what I got here so far. Voila! All the marks are just about gone. Some of them's bleeding through, and I have to repaint all the way around. We're going to let that set and dry. And I'm going to work on this larger canvas. The one we showed you that I had already painted black around here. Excuse me, COPD cough. Okay, so I cut my paper to size with my metal ruler. I applied my sticky tape. Normally when you cut this brown paper, if you're doing 11 by 14, always cut a little bit smaller, like a 10 and a half by 13 and a half. And you're just going to kind of lay it down on the frame. Try to make it even as possible. And you're going to press down on the tape and the paper because you want it to be sealed really good. Now if the tape doesn't seal really well, then you're going to have to use some kind of glue from a glue gun because it has to be properly sealed. And keep pressing it down so that it'll hold longer all the way around. Nice and sealed. And now we are going to take our brown tape and we're going to cut strips to go around the frame of our canvas. And if you have extra tape, that's okay. Just cut off the excess tape. So, let's do the longer side first if we can. That's not going to be long enough. So, we'll put it on this side. Snip off the extra. And let's see. Oh, this one's long enough. Just press it down. And I'm going to have to cut another strip because that last one's a little short. Just a little short. And I want to make sure I have enough tape to go all the way around. So, we'll cut this excess off, just like that. Always remember to press down real hard so it can stick really good. If it comes up, you'll have to use glue from a glue gun. I think this is going to work for me. So voila, nice and clean. And now we're going to put some hangers on. I've chosen these hangers here. 1, 2, my wire, my screwdriver. Let me see if I can get in here. Take a couple screws out there. When you're wanting to size the wire for your canvas, I always like to do twice the length. Yeah, twice the length. Well, let's do it this way. Then I need my wire cutters. My wire cutters. There we go. We'll set this out of the way. Okay, so we have this part is going to be facing out. And I'm going to measure 4.5 inches from the top to the thing here. 4.5, using my pencil. Well, I have to use my pen since I taped it. And then we're going to do 4.5 on this side. All right, we got that. So I'm going to get my screw. And screw it in. Always make sure your hanger is facing inward, not outward, as you're screwing this, because if you screw it too tight, you have to unscrew it and then move it around. There. Then on this side, we'll do the same thing. Make sure it's facing inward. Voila! There you go. Now, we're going to take this line. Oh, I think I need something else. Here, the clamps. Gotta have your clamps. One, two, and what we're going to do, want to stick it in through here, bring it over, then put it back in through here, and bring it through. And we're going to pull. Hope you can see this, guys. It's very important that you see this. We pull really tight. This other end, when I get the little clamp here, I might have to cut that tip off because it's shredding, trailing. There we go. See how it goes right through there. You just string it through here. Now the other side, you want to put this other part in there. I'll have to cut the tip off that too. Well, it's being a little pain in the butt, isn't it? There, went through that time. Now bring it all the way down. Just like that. So, now we're going to crimp it so it don't move on you. And with this other extra piece, cut it off. All right, so now one side's already done. We're going to come back over here. We're going to feed it through. Make sure it's the same length. That's going to be too tight. So we're just going to feed it through the way we did the last one. And pull it real tight. Everybody has their own method for the wire hanging. I do mine different than everybody else's, but that's okay. I just don't want anybody to get, hung up on one way. Oh, my way's better than the other. No, it's not. Everybody has their own way. Then we're going to put it through the other end. It's hard to string the wire when you got frail ends. You have to make sure you cut those frail ends off. And just to make sure it's tightened, we'll double loop it. And if it's not in that, might not be a good idea to double loop it. So we're just going to go ahead and wrap it around. The reason why I have extra line here is because if anything happens to this wire, should it break or whatever, there's always extra here to be able to do something with rehanging it. And that's always a blessing at times. But this way here, it gives it extra strength for hanging a larger frame. This is only one way I put my hangers on. I throw away my extra pieces here. Let me show you. Voila! Isn't that pretty? And it's ready to go. Let's go hang it up now, okay? It looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? I like it. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I'll see you next time. Bye.